Hey guys, it's Josh at Tech. I got the Samsung Galaxy S3, the Verizon model. It's got one of the newer ROMs that are out. It's the AOKP ROM, and it's the D2 Verizon model, the Jelly Bean build number 2. It's got some pretty cool features on it, and I just wanted to show you some of the features that I like and some of the ones that stand out to me. And if you're considering on adding this ROM, this is some of the stuff that you can expect. Right off the bat, this is the stock launcher that comes with the ROM. You got the choice of going to your camera, you can go to Google, or you can just unlock the phone. Some other features that you see up here, you'll have the option of adding your weather, you'll have the option of adding your battery charge, and also you got some options up here. You got your drop down menu. When you get a notification, you're going to see whether it's a text or email, any other kind of apps that you have, you're going to see that. Then you got your time and date. Then you can also go directly into some settings, right into all the settings. And that's the basics of the lock screen. So it's pretty responsive. You got that TV effect when you close it out. And that takes you directly to Google Now. Then you can go right into the camera. Talk about the camera real quick. It's a little bit different user interface than what we're used to on the stock non-rooted version. You got the option over here to switch back and forth between the front and rear facing camera. Then you got your settings, some different exposure settings up here. Then you got your camera settings. If you tap it again, you got your power shutter option, volume, zoom. You can change the megapixels, continuous focus, fixed focus, macro, infinity, and auto. I like to keep it on continuous. And then you also have touch focus, duration, 10 seconds, 15, 20, 30, and so on. You also got some color effects and timer, burst mode. Burst mode is a little different. You actually got some more options. It's got 5, 10, 15, 20 shots, and you can change how fine the picture is to high, medium, super, or low, and just a bunch more options than what we're used to from the stock. And you also got your different motions here with you can get panoramic view, your video camera, and then your still shots. Then you got your preview over here on the right. So a lot of cool camera features. You can tilt it to either side and it'll work. You got also some mods that you can add if you don't like this particular camera. And just again, that was your camera option right from the lock screen. And you can actually program it to take a picture by using the power button and zoom with your volume rocker. So those are some neat features. I like to use the button more than tapping the screen sometimes, just my personal preference. So let's get into the settings real quick and just kind of give you an idea what it looks like. It's a different look altogether. You got basically all the same settings that you're going to have that you had on the stock ROM. I'm sorry, your unrooted Galaxy S3, with some different options as you get more into the other settings, which you got ROM control, which you can change some of the user interface, lock screen, power menu, navigation bar, and so forth. You got more options with your weather, vibrations, performance, so you can change the speeds and the voltage and different stuff like that if you want to get into all that. Then you got your normal settings with your sound. You get a whole different list of ringtones, which I tend to like these ones better. Just give you a couple examples. Some of them are good, some are bad, but I kind of like the simple ones. They just sound good. The ones that are not going to get on everybody's nerves. You got vibration options. You got default notifications if you want dial tones and all that. So you can actually turn off the camera sound, which I like that option here. I don't like to have that shutter sound all the time. And then you got some more of your normal settings. You got your accounts, and get into the About phone and show you that it is on Android version 4.1.1. You got your baseband kernel, the AOKP version, and your build number. And that's what the settings looks like. You got some theme options. Just overall, it's a very customizable ROM. Now, as far as performance goes, the transitions are very nice, very smooth. The stock ROM launcher, it's got 5 screens. And this is typically how I like to set it up. Normally I have a messaging and contacts information there. I left that blank for now. But right up here at the top, if you noticed, the Google Now search bar does not move. There's no way to actually move it around on the screen. It's a stagnant, still, it's not going to move. So it's there, it's stuck, which is fine. With me, I like it, it's cool. But, if I did have the option, I probably would put it down here at the bottom because, just if you're using it in one hand, it's easier to reach down here than have to stretch up here. Fortunately, I got big hands, so I can handle that. Regardless, it's a nice feature. I like Google Now. I'll give you a couple examples in a moment. But here's the app drawer. Up here at the top, you get your apps. Then you can skip all the way to your widgets, or you can go directly to the Google Play Store. Now, one of the things I like to point out to you is the transition. You can see how smooth it is with the card stack transition. And if you keep on going with the apps, you'll finally hit the widgets. And you have the different options. Now, it's pretty easy to put a widget. All you got to do is go to the widget menu, hold down, and then go to the screen that you want to place it on, and that's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. And then if you want to change the size, all you do is hold it down, and then you can customize it to how small or big that you want it. And just tap anywhere on the screen or hit your back button. But that's what the app drawer looks like. If you hit your menu button, you can manage your apps. You got your running, downloaded. Basically, the apps manager that you saw on your stock. Here's what's used, your internal storage. If you go back, you go back to your normal settings, or you can go to system settings just like that. So let's go to Google Now. Some options with that. Some of the things I've noticed, it's new to me. I've seen some examples, but it's a pretty responsive, different options that you can use. And you can either hit the microphone. What is the weather like?
It's 81 degrees and cloudy in Dothan.
It's actually Dothan, but that's alright. Where is the closest Publix? So then you got a choice of Publixes to choose from. Navigate to Publix. Navigate to Publix. So it just brings up a search. You can either do the maps or you can go to a web search. So it's pretty responsive. It's pretty good. I'll probably do a Siri comparison once the new iOS 6 comes out. When does iOS 6 release? Yeah, see, so it works pretty good, but it's got its flaws still, but it's not bad at all. So that was a couple of examples of Google Now. There's a lot more that you can do with it. Just play around with it once you get the ROM. And here's that notification I was telling you about. It kind of gives you a preview of what the message is. And down here at the bottom, it gives you how many different messages that you have. And it's the stock looking, or just the normal average looking Gmail if you're curious about that. And when you long press the home screen here, you're going to get to choose wallpapers from either gallery, live wallpapers, swag papers, which is what the Kang project wallpapers. So you got a slew of ones to choose from. It's the one I got so far. But that's some of the features that's in this ROM. It's the Android Open Kang project. It's the Jelly Bean build. It's build number 2. Check it out. You can go to XDA forums or RootsWiki, or go to the Open Kang project webpage to get your downloads and installation process. You do have to be rooted. I am unlocked, and that's how I got to where I am now. Overall, it's a very responsive, smooth. It looks good. It feels like I got a brand new phone, and I don't feel like I'm tied down with a certain kind of build that's going to limit my capabilities. Verizon pushed out a new update to the Galaxy S3, and it kind of dumbed down the phone a little bit. So I'm glad that I don't have a dumbed down phone anymore. It's been a very smooth looking ROM. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment, and I'll be happy to help you get to this point. And if you have any more questions about the ROM, just let me know. If you have questions about rooting, unlocking, just hit me up. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.